If you're a CPA, an auditor, or a financial analyst, the stakes are just incredibly high. You're the one trusted to find the truth hidden in the numbers. But what happens when the numbers don't actually tell the whole story? We're about to see how one single missing file can be the difference between a clean audit and a lawsuit that could end your career.
I want you to just imagine this for a second. You spend weeks, maybe months, on an audit. You do your due diligence, and you give a business a clean bill of health. Then, 6 months down the road, they're bankrupt. And guess what? The first call they make is to their lawyer. And the first call that lawyer makes is to you. It's the single greatest fear for any financial professional.
So where does a nightmare like that even begin? Well, it starts with a problem that's so common, it's practically invisible, having only part of the data. It's truly the silent killer of accurate financial analysis.
Let's just walk through how this goes down in the real world. A CPA gets the profit and loss statements from a restaurant client, but crucially, they don't get the inventory logs. Standard software scans the P&L and, it spits out, hey, margins look good, so the CPA gives the all clear. But 6 months later, the entire chain goes belly up. Why? Because of this massive hidden inventory shrinkage, like a 15% black hole that was nowhere to be found on the P&L. And that's exactly when the lawsuit for professional negligence lands on your desk.
Now this is precisely the gap that the FIP protocol was built to close. It's all about moving away from that dangerous ambiguity and guesswork and into a world of quantifiable certainty and a clear plan of action.
And this slide really gets to the heart of it. When most software runs into missing data, one of three things happens. It either crashes, which is useless, or it just makes up numbers to fill the gap, which is incredibly dangerous, or, best case, it gives you some vague, unhelpful warning. The Forensic Intelligence Protocol, FIP, does something completely different. It actually quantifies the level of uncertainty, it pinpoints the exact data that's missing, and then it gives you an immediate action plan.
So, how in the world does it do that? Well, it starts with a feature called the confidence lattice. See, instead of giving you a simple pass or fail, FLIP provides this detailed grid. It's kind of like a heat map, actually, that shows you its confidence level for every single part of the business. What this means is that the output you get isn't just a number. It's a clear, legally defensible directive. FIP literally translates that data gap into practical advice that protects you. It tells you exactly what you can say with confidence, and more importantly, what you can't say based on the data you actually have.
And believe it or not, it gets even more practical. FIP doesn't just flag the problem, it hands you the solution on a silver platter with something called the Data Coverage Playbook. It'll tell you, hey, you're missing direct labor hours. Then, it generates the exact request you need to send to your client to get it. A really complex data integrity problem becomes a simple copy-paste email. It's designed to drive your next audit to near-perfect data coverage.
Okay, so what's the secret sauce? What's the technology under the hood that makes all of this possible? Let's take a quick look inside the forensic core to see what provides this incredible level of certainty.
First up is the sovereign hash chain. The easiest way to think about this is like a unique, unbreakable digital fingerprint for your data. Every snapshot of the audit is cryptographically sealed to the one before it. What's the result? A completely tamper-evident audit trail that's literally built from the ground up to stand up in a court of law. Next, you've got the Calculation Provenance Certificate. This is really all about showing your work. For every single metric in the entire report, FIP provides the step-by-step math showing you exactly how it got to that number. Every calculation is transparent, it's traceable, and it's forensically valid. No black boxes.
And it goes even deeper than that. There's also syndrome detection. This is a pattern-based diagnostic tool that goes way beyond just the numbers to identify underlying business diseases. We're talking about critical issues like phantom costs, where expenses seem to materialize out of thin air, or cash trap, which is where a profitable company somehow keeps running out of money.
Analyzing the past is obviously critical, but what if you could reliably start predicting the future? This is where FIP makes a huge leap, from being just a forensic tool into becoming a strategic oracle.
So this leads to the big question. It's the one every advisor wants to be able to answer for their client. What if you could simulate a market crash or a supply chain crisis and see if the business would actually survive before it ever happens?
Well, this is the answer. It's called the Forensic Risk Horizon. It's basically a predictive modeling lab. And that dashboard you're looking at isn't just a chart. It's a living simulation of multiple potential futures, all running at once. It shows you predictive cash velocity and the business's estimated survival time under all these different conditions.
This is all done through what are called genetic stress tests. First, it runs a smooth sailing scenario, which is just business as usual. Then it models the squeeze, a real double whammy where revenue falls at the same time costs are rising. And then there's the big crash. This is a true black swan event that tests if the company could possibly survive a catastrophic 75% drop in revenue overnight.
So when we pull all of this together, what does it really add up to? It's about giving you a level of clarity, of insight, that you cannot find by looking at a traditional financial statement. And that brings us to what might be the single most important takeaway of all. All these features, the confidence lattice, the sovereign hash chain, these stress tests, they aren't just clever bits of code. They are a shield. This is liability protection in its purest, most powerful form. Ultimately, FIP is designed for one reason: to provide forensic-grade, totally defensible intelligence for those high-stakes financial decisions that really matter. It's about transforming the role of an auditor from just being a historian of the past into becoming a truly trusted advisor for the future.
And so, that's the question we're left with. Your standard tools, they'll show you what's on the balance sheet. But in today's world of complex risks and incomplete data, the real question is, are you actually equipped to see the critical insights that lie beyond it?